Have you hit live?
Yep, I hit live.
Are you
We're
good with
live.
me just saying whatever?
Say whatever.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Hello and welcome to Comic Talk with Pope and
We don't even know
JP.
what to call it anymore.
I don't either, man. I really don't. So out of what do you call it? Out of the world of YouTube, haven't done anything. I don't think we've done anything collectively in a while. Um, but it's what do you do? Hey, I hear me. So, anyways, thank you guys. If anyone decides to jump in and watch us today, we're just going to talk some comic book stuff, show off some books, I'm sure, and just shoot the shit like we used to do. So, what's been going on in your world, brother?
Man, a lot of stuff. I mean, I've been jumping into dollar bins, even though I kind of said that I was gonna cut that back a little bit. But oh man, the echo is bad. Is that me?
I don't really hear an echo.
Okay, well,
So, we got we got Foxy Bliss in the chat.
what's
What's
up?
up? What's up, Cassie? How you been?
Oh, Cassie. We have a first name. So what's up, Cassie?
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
She'll love that. Man, yeah, it's been just I think the last video I probably put out was that little spoof video I did with the music, just kind of poking fun at the crazy whatnot and Clayton Crane bullshit stuff that was going on, during that time frame. It was just so much weird stuff. What's up, JB? Discovery Bays, how you been, man? Oh gosh, I'm living the dream as well. I just moved back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota about a month or so ago, so you know, uh, getting adapting back to the cold weather. So that's been a wonderful experience. You know, how about you, Mr. Pope G? What have you been up to?
Like I said, like the only thing I've really been into was I'm trying to cut back. When I say I'm trying to cut back, but like I would see things that you pop up on your Instagram or whatever, and uh, I would still dollar bin dive, even though I was kind of like, no, I'm gonna like step back from this for a while. But I found some peddler malls, and I had no choice but to dive into those bins because I felt like it was an obligation, if you will, and an
Yeah, for real.
impulse. Um, but I mean, the recent thing I did was maybe just a couple of hours ago. I went to Spartan Comics because they had like a code that they would get. Uh oh, I have a visitor. I'll be right back. Go ahead and take over for a
Hey,
second.
buddy, come on in.
Yeah, come on in.
Family time. That's awesome.
Hey, what's the tea?
All right. Well, I guess I'll talk to myself for a few minutes here while Pope handles family time business. Um, yeah, I know what he's talking about though, like you know, dollar bin hunting and doing all that stuff. I missed that part of YouTube, back when people would show their haul videos and collections and just have fun with the hobby. Now it's almost like someone's trying to sell something every time you click on a video. It's, hey, I got these awesome books and they're all for sale. Which, hey, I'm fine. Do what you got to do. I I find it interesting. There's a couple topics going on right now that I find very interesting within the hobby, and as most of you know, I like sports cards. Hockey in particular, but sports cards, and dabbling with the comic books, of course, and for me, I had to make some immediate changes. 2022 has been a really weird year for me in general, but um, there's so much negativity surrounding the comic book community lately, and it's just been it's not just the comic book community. It's almost across all collectibles. There's just so much negativity and weird shit going on. Obviously Magic the Gathering. Foxy, you're talking about. I think your husband is into Magic the Gathering, and there's some weird stuff going on with Magic right now where people are just bailing on it. They're literally just dumping their product just to get rid of it because they're just so sick of what Wizards is doing in the Magic community.
Yeah, let me jump in there. Like, there's just so many like new mechanics in Magic. Because I mean, I've been a long time Magic the Gathering person, and but I mean, like, to me, what killed it for me was the vehicles, and like adding so many fucking things where like you have to pay attention not only to like your regular shit in Magic, but like there's all these new like dynamics that it's just like it's almost making the game impossible to play because like, and I can see how arguments are like easily issued because it's like, oh, are you allowed to play that during this time? Like, I don't know.
Right.
And it's like, did you tap the amount of creatures or mana to do this? And it's just like it's crazy.
Well, Magic is releasing or just released their 30-year anniversary $1,000 pack set.
Is there a Black Lotus in there?
There is.
Of course there is.
It's not playable. It's
not playable.
It's not playable.
It's playable.
Yeah, it's so how they swore that they would never reprint the
yeah, I know. I got you.
But this is their way of getting around it. So they added a different like art design to it, and the back says 30th anniversary or whatever. But it's they have, oh my gosh, I won't even, I mean, it's just, if you guys want to learn about Magic, I really suggest you go watch Alpha Investments. He's my favorite YouTuber when it comes to Magic. He's some people hate him. I love him because I think he's just real, and he's got skin in the game, and he's very transparent about his skin in the game. But yeah, it's just nuts, especially for the player base. Now they're obviously trying to get into the collector side because with this new set that came out this week, Brothers War, they have serial number cards in there. That's the first time they've released a serial number card.
Wow.
Okay. So limited out of 50 or 100 or whatever it is. I haven't looked into it too much because I've been reading about the mechanics, and people just, it's almost like they're trying to get rid of the players. Like they've already got standard where you can't even play standard. No shop will even host tournaments anymore because standard is just whatever. It's all about commander, which is fine, whatever.
I got you. I mean, like, commander's fun to play, but like I haven't played in a shop in like fucking years. I mean, when I say years, I'm talking about back when I was in college in like 13, and even then it was starting to get a little like nerve-wracking to play.
I only play in arena. That's the only, that's where I taught myself how to play and learn from my ass kickings I take.
Well, I mean, at least with arena, it's like you don't have to call a fucking judge for dumb shit reasons.
Yes,
like,
it's very
automatically has the judging system in its database. So
yeah, I've had a few things where it says you can't do that. I said, okay, thanks.
You're like, I tried. Mama tried.
Appreciate that, but it also gives me time to like understand why I couldn't use it. So I'm a big fan of arena personally. I have a sweet little angel deck on there that I've put together over the last year or so, but it is what it is. It's nothing fancy. I'm not gonna ever join any tournaments for money, that's for sure.
That's cool.
But yeah, all in all, I mean, it's just collectibles as a whole has taken a real hit, especially starting I would say probably around March of this year, and it's just progressively gotten weirder and more negative, I guess. Comics has their own bullshit to deal with, and
yeah, that's its own entity. Those are two separate entities to deal with.
They are, but it's all like like sports cards. For example, here's one of the topics I'm really curious about. And I wish I had a bigger platform that people would actually watch and listen, because everybody and their mother in the comic book community hates what people are doing on Whatnot. Okay, they just do. They don't like the influencers and all those people, and and I get it. Okay, I 100% get it. However, if you go to the sports,
But
if you go to the sports card side of Whatnot, just as many shady people, just as many bullshit circles, except everyone's okay with the influencers over there. And I don't understand. It is weird, but I'm thinking here's where the difference is. Okay, in sports cards, you're buying or collecting a player or a team that you have some kind of affiliation with, right?
Mhm.
So there's no influencer, exactly. In my opinion, there's no influencer in sports cards that's going to make you dislike or like the Red Wings any more than you already do.
Yeah,
So
sure.
you've already established your love
True
for that
story.
team.
Yep.
So if some guy is on there selling hockey cards and he's got a bunch of Red Wings, well, you're going to be interested in the Red Wings no matter what. You're already there. So him saying, "Oh, this Mo Seider card is limited to 100, and blah 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 blah. He's the greatest young defenseman in the game. Blah blah blah." You're gonna be like, "Yeah, I know. I already know that." There you go. I mean, this is not scripted, people. I promise you. This is just me talking hockey talk. So, in reality, you're not gonna go. Is that Lucas Raymond?
That's Raymond.
Yeah. So I guess that's the difference, right? So in the comic book world, I can hold up this limited Red Sonja book and be like, guys, this book is super limited. There's only 500 of these printed. And in the comic book world, there may be 1,000 of these printed, but people are telling you that there's only 500 printed, and people are just overspending and overbidding. And then I see all these guys that I really respect, especially on IG. You got Decor, Thoro. There's some really awesome dudes that have really put in the work to show some of the shady stuff that's going on in the comic book world. And it's rampant. I'll be honest with you, it's rampant. So the difference is they're trying to pimp and pump these limited books that may or may not be limited. There's certainly, like for me, I had to take the sports card approach to my comic books, because if it doesn't matter to me, why do I want it? I shouldn't, and I know a lot of people will say that, and this is just, I would love to have one of those guys on to talk with us, but they're saying that the influencers in comic books should have a responsibility if this book sells more than it's worth. And they should say, hey, you buyer, you bought this for too much. I'm going to throw in some extra books, and that's fine. However, if I sold this on eBay for more money than it's worth because I did an auction, is that still my fault as an influencer, or is that the buyer's fault? It's the same thing. If you're in an auction,
oh yeah,
if you're in an auction and you bid up something, and that was the whole game with eBay, right? It only takes two people.
I mean, well, like with eBay, that's always the thing. Like you can, like for instance, that goddamn it, what was that book? It was the G.I. Joe book with what's her name? There was like a Jimi Hendrix variant.
Oh, the Baroness.
Baroness. And when that first came out, that book was only like maybe $30. And I was just like, oh, I could wait on that. But I fucked up and waited on it because now it's a fucking rare. Like, it's so rare you can't find it that the only person on eBay, the last time I checked, they were like saying like, oh, it's $1,000 book. Because they have like the only copy. They act like they have the only copy of that motherfucker.
Right.
And
they probably do on eBay.
But I mean, like that's eBay is just a weird thing because you can just basically name whatever fucking price you want to for whatever book. regardless of what its standings, if it's rarity or variant or whatever. I can get like the X-Men #1 like 90s book and just throw it on eBay and say, "Oh, I want $50 for this." And they'll be like, "Is it the gatefold?" I'm like, "What does it matter? It's the X-Men #1." Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
And
but
it's,
I mean, like that. You know, it's shit like that. I mean, like eBay for one, you can name whatever price you want to.
people still got to pay it if they want it. I mean, that's just
Yeah,
the
I
fact.
mean, that's just how that works. Like, if you really want it that bad, you either put up that money or you go fucking try to find it somewhere.
Yep.
But like, I think when it comes with the influencers, if you will, like with the whole scandals with the C2E2 and the New York Comic Con, like, well, I'll go ahead and tackle it. Fuck it. C2E2 was a different situation. That was them and I didn't give a fuck about the book, me personally, but like I think it's fucked up that they allowed people early entry to get that like this limited edition book. And by the time that like the fucking influencers were just allowed to go, and before the con even opened, were allowed to get that book, that's fucked up because that made that particular book super limited, because the people who were legitimately waiting in line for the doors open to go to that stand and get that book, then like the numbers dropped significantly. So that book became super fucking rare, and I was like, at that point, just say fuck you. Like, I'm not gonna buy that book because you guys did this. I don't care if it stays on eBay for like $1,500. Like, let it just fucking sit there. Like, fuck them. Let them take a loss. You know what I mean? But
for sure.
what I really hate was what happened to Peach Momoko in New York, because that was a direct attack at Peach Momoko. And then they try to act like it was Peach Momoko's fault. Like, no. Fuck the influencers on that, and fuck the con for not sending extra support to Peach Momoko when she needed it. When you have a fucking artist that has to hide under a fucking table because she's scared of a fucking like riot, like what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, what is going on for your minds that you think it's okay to put a fucking artist that we love in danger? Or any artist. Like, I don't care if I don't even like the artist. Like,
or just
put your fucking, like, they're there on their own free will. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, like, obviously they're getting paid, but like, they're trying to give back to the fans, and then you turn around and turn it into a big fucking, you know, that's where I draw the line. Like, I don't care what the influencers do. Like, if they want to get it, like, if they're going to allow them to get in line early, or like before the doors even open and buy their shit, fuck them. Like, just don't buy the book. Just don't buy it. But when you attack a fucking artist or writer, then you fucked up. That's where I think that's where I think the New York Comic Con was a bigger fuck up than like the C2E2, because I don't give a fuck about a piece of, you know,
acetate.
Yeah, I mean, I love comic books, obviously, but like, you know, like if this book was like just gonna be like a rare shit to find, and I can only get it at like C2E2, I'm not gonna fucking like beat somebody up and fucking do whatever to like get my hands on that book. Like, no. And plus, like, you know, if it put Jay Lee's life in danger, like, I'm gonna be like, you guys are fucked up. Like, that, you know, Peach Momoko was fucking scared. She hid under a fucking table. I mean, like, to me, that's just like, God, like, you scared her to fucking death. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
All because she was offering free freaking signatures to her fans, and people couldn't just chill out and.
Well, it wasn't just that. She had like a special on her, like the first couple commissions or something like that.
Yeah, she had remarks for like super cheap and.
Yeah, and it's just like, guys, like, no.
You know, it's bonkers to me that these people, that we've lost touch with ourselves as a quote unquote community, and how respectfulness has just dissipated. Like there's like no one gives a shit about anyone anymore, and it's just so weird to me, to sit here and think like, I remember a time when we all had each other's back. Like this guy I started talking to on Instagram, right? We're having this conversation, and he says to me, "Hey, I noticed that you're basically we like similar stuff, right?"
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Hey, I found this book that's limited. This book in particular, he's the one who told me about this book. Some toy store is selling their overstock because it was supposed to be limited to 500. They're selling it for way cheaper than it used to be. I'm like, cool, I'll check it out. I like Jeff DeCall. I have the Vampirilla, so this will look really nice next to the Vampirilla one. No big deal. But then later he tells me, he goes, I just want you to know I'm not trying to pump these books and get you to buy them or anything like that. I'm just sharing the information with you. And I was like, yeah, man, no problem. I didn't take it any other way than, we have similar interests and you were just sharing something with me. That's cool. I share with my friends all the time if I see something cool. And he said, well, I had some people that used to accuse me of pumping books. He goes, I don't even sell books. He's like, I'm like, someone accused you of pumping books because you shared information? What the hell kind of world do we live in? Like,
what?
like,
Weird.
It's just, but that's literally where the hobby's at. It's that kind of shit is where the hobby's at. People are so scared to have their own mind or speak their own mind, or, like, I don't care what people collect. I've gotten so far away from the spec game. I just don't care. I had to break myself down into a world where I'm like, why is collecting not fun? It is a hobby. It is meant to be fun. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back to the basics. What made me happy when I first got into comics? What made me happy when we first started doing YouTube? What made me happy was watching everyone's haul videos, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you see some amazing stuff like that Baroness book you're talking about. That's where I first saw that book, was on somebody's haul video. And I've looked for that book for years because I know you've been wanting one. So anytime I go to a comic shop, that's one of the first things I look at. Because
Good luck. Good luck.
And then, I guess I got a drink. Harrow County. I have water.
Lemonade.
Old age has caught up with me.
No, sorry, guys.
But so anyways, I don't know if you follow House of Stein on Instagram or on YouTube here. He is Stein, who does the CBS Top 10 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
CBSI Top 10. So he has his own thing now, but he has the only 9.8 CGC copy of that book, and he just posted it on Instagram, and it's still the only one on CGC census.
Holler at your boy.
I was like, well, going back to your point, is like, is that a $3,000 book? Like what price do you put on something like that? Like, I don't know that he's trying to sell it or not. I just thought that he posted it, and I was like, damn, that book is hard to find. Like, that's a legitimate hard to find book. Like,
yeah.
It has nothing to do with anyone trying to overstate it. I mean, I've looked for that thing for years, literally years, and I've never seen one in the wild.
Nope, not at all. No, but I mean that's one of those things that's just like eBay can, like, you can determine your own price for that book.
Yeah, and it's I can, I've put stuff on eBay before just at some wild price because I really didn't want to sell it. But if someone were to pay that certain price, yeah, I'll let it go.
You know what I'm saying? Like the first appearance of Punchline, like, you can't really put your own price on that because it's established by like CGC or eBay. Like, if you try to ride above that, then like you're just never gonna sell that fucking book.
Yeah, there's 8 million copies of that laying around. Like kind of like you said with the X-Men 1. We know there's at least 2 million copies that were printed of that Jim Lee X-Men 1.
Yeah.
But yet somebody down the road decided this is a hot book. Like,
I'll go even a step further. Like Spawn #1.
Yeah,
like one. That's a book that I like. That's been sitting in dollar bins for fucking eons, and like now that book has a price.
Yeah, like
depending on the condition of
20,
it.
$30, whatever it is. I've seen it from all over. I've seen it for 50. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, I ain't paying $50 for a Spawn 1.
I know, right? But I mean, but like if you get it like a 9.8 CGC, then like
Yeah,
you're gonna pump out like $200 for that thing.
Well, it's funny how like the CGC 9.8 automatically 10x's a book, or 100x's in some cases. I'm like, but
yeah, I mean that's the weird thing about CGC though. I mean, it's like it's a good thing on the point where you can't dispute the grade of it because it's been graded and it's it's protected. It's even in the slab so that even when they send it to you, it's going to be in like the same condition.
Yep.
So I mean that's a good thing, but on the like it just goes back to the price, and like when you're selling a graded book, depending on the popularity of it, like you have to look at how much you spent to get it graded, and then there's the actual grade you got for the book, and then you have to put a price on it. And I think that's like where people just like, because I've seen crazy shit on like eBay. Like I bought like books that like basically like I bought graded books at 9.8. They weren't popular books, but they were books that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And they just happened to be CGC'd at a 9.8, and I bought them for almost cost to get them fucking graded. And I was just like, you know what I mean?
And right now is a buyer's market if you guys are looking to add your collection or whatever, because the market has tanked for the most part. It's just everything's crashed. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, look up any modern key, and chances are you can find really good copies, even 9.8s, for a lot less than they were a year ago.
Yeah.
It's just wild to see the ebbs and flows of it. But so if you guys want to see Tacoma's haul, hop over to his channel, and looks like he has posted a haul video, but apparently YouTube is hiding it, so maybe
I just read that. I was just looking down. I was like,
speaking of videos,
and I did a live haul video last night, and dumbass YouTube hid it. Like they don't put it on my page for people to find.
That's a problem. All about the algorithms. But our friends Hazel Dan, was it 1216? They just posted their CGC unboxing video today. So I haven't watched it yet, but I will.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. I'm going
to. They just did another video a couple days ago. So it was kind of a haul video. They have some amazing Archie books and really awesome stuff. If you guys want to check it out, I recommend it because I watch all their stuff, as I do most of my friends.
Yeah, if you're a Francavilla fan as well, like definitely go watch their vids, because more likely there'll be a Francavilla cover in one of, if not every single video that they've ever done.
Very possible. I know that for a fact.
And if not, you'll definitely see it in the background, some of their like original artwork. So it's always worth the look. So Hazel Dan,
what's up, Gomez? How you doing, man?
Oh damn!
Happy pre-Thanksgiving. I forgot to say that.
The broski. The broski. Yeah, all broskies.
For me, I just decided like. However, you know me with my collection anyways, it's mostly indie books. That's how I roll. Hack Slash is obviously one of my jams. But speaking of which, I don't think I've showed you.
And I may or may not have some of those set aside for you.
I was finally able to find this. I believe this is the first cover art from David Nakayama.
I'm sorry, every time I see it, I'm like, DDP?
Yeah. You're down with DDP? Yeah, man, it's good to see you, Gomez. Haven't seen you in forever. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. But yeah, as far as key books go, it's a Hack Slash and the first cover work by David Nakayama, which, DNA, if you guys don't know, he's doing lots of great covers right now for, is it Marvel? Probably. I don't know. What's that?
I said flip a coin.
Yeah, for real. I can't even. I don't follow the big two very well to begin with. Everything is too much forced down your throats that I just don't. I'm just not.
I mean, I do have to say though, I did I did pre-order the Goblin Queen covers that are coming out. I think they come out this 23rd, but like I had to. They were Halloween themed, and
Well, if is it the one that had like the Ivan Towel with like the pumpkins and all that stuff?
yep.
Yeah, those that's a really exceptionally looking good cover by him. I love Ivan Towel. Um, let's see here. Well, it's good to know, man. I'm glad that yeah. I mean, it's 2022 has been a weird ass year for sure, and I'm sure a lot of us can you know uh, understand that feeling or sentiment. But we plug through, right? That's what we do. That's we're resilient people.
I'll be right back.
As a people. Yeah, you bet.
I
So
hear my hellion moving around.
that's all right, man. I got a house full of them. But yeah, it's just this year has been trying on a lot of different factors, and uh, you know, yeah, lots of tragedy, man. That's just been such a weird year. But hopefully we'll have a good, strong finish to this year, and maybe 2023 will be much brighter and better all around. I think that unfortunately negativity breeds negativity, so there's just a lot of negativity, surrounded the hobby right now, and I'm just hoping that I would love to see some of the people get back into doing the YouTube stuff, that haul videos and collection videos, and not just trying to pimp a book or sell something. And I understand we're all trying to make money. I get it. We all need to make money. It's life. I'm working 2 jobs right now, so I totally get it. It's just how it is. But what am I reading right now? I am still reading Something Is Killing the Children. I'm a little behind, but I've been just kind of waiting for the trades at this point just to read the story. It's just I'm looking at some older stories that I've been trying to find some trade paperbacks for that I find interesting. Yeah, man, it's we gotta do what we gotta do, right? That's just life. I got kids, you got kids, we all, you're a family. We gotta take care of our family. So the hobby comes second, but if you want to have things, you gotta work for it. So, I like to hopefully someday pass my collection on to my children, so they'll at least know, what it was that Dad collected, and some of the stuff that we're gonna be like, damn, Dad, what the hell are you buying that for? So they'll never get rich off my collection, but that's all good. I was looking at picking up some of the old paperback. Oh my gosh, graphic novel trade paperbacks of the Warrior Nun Ariella. I started watching the Netflix show. I'm almost through season 2, and they just I think it just dropped like 2 weeks ago. But that was like my jam, when I was a young teenage boy. Not young, I was probably 15 or 16 when it came out. But I enjoy the Netflix show. Well, there you go, man. Yeah, see, yeah, Hazel Dan, man, their stuff is popping. I see the stuff. I usually get previews before they do their videos, but sometimes I don't know what's going on. So as far as what I'm reading, it's just, I'm into the horror genre. That's kind of what my favorite reads are. I picked up some
Harrow County.
Yeah, Harrow County. I think, didn't they make another series of that recently?
Yeah, I think they just recently just did another thing of Harrow County.
Yeah, there's a lot of good reads out there. It's just, I think our hobby has really, and I would love to do this just to be funny, but has anyone ever opened up any of those exclusive books to see if there's actually if there's actual contents in some of those, like you know,
Yeah, I have it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, is anyone actually reading, like this? I have no idea if there's actual art inside this book. So, I'm just curious, like a lot of that stuff, because people just we cover chase, right? I mean, it's just we like the artist or we like the character, and we just cover chase. And most of my collection is cover chasing. And that's just reality. Um, is what it is. But that's what I like to collect. I love to get into some of the older stuff down the road here, but I'm in no hurry. I have my Grell book, my focus on that eventually, but mostly the stuff I'm collecting is just strictly what I care about, what I like, and it has nothing to do with any influencer or any kind of nonsense. I find that I'm much happier when I don't care about spec books and when I collect what I like.
No, I mean that's the true. That's the truest form. It's just like I don't care. Like I just collect what I collect. That's why, like, I'm trying to basically ease myself out of. I know it sounds bad, but like collecting comics and like, but mainly because like I don't have space for them, and mainly because like I'll just say it, like what's coming out is like it's not that good. There's not that good stuff coming out. Regardless, like if it's Marvel or DC. Uh, I just been like collecting like random like stuff. Uh, and the only way that I would ever like come back to like officially collecting is if like Dakin came out with his own comic book. To be honest with you, I mean like that's the one character that I'm just like I think I'd come back full tilt if Dakin had his own book. But
I'm assuming you mean like collecting runs and like
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
But I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, like, I'm a big Sinestro fan, but after the Sinestro like thing was done, it was just kind of like I would just nitpick Green Lantern books, and to be honest, like Green Lantern sucks. Like I'm not interested in anything that Green Lantern's doing, and like I was half intrigued because Darkseid joined the Justice League or a version of the Justice League, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. But now they have like this like DC versus vampires, and then there's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, some of those covers are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, the Nathan Zerdy covers are
Like
sick.
there's so many that are so good. But then but I don't want to collect those because I'm just like that's its own little special universe.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
there's like the deceased universe, which is zombies. And
yeah.
I'm just like, no, no, guys, like fucking like commit to a fucking story that's gonna affect the universe, or just don't fucking do it. I don't want to like collect so much shit that like it has nothing to do with their fucking universe whatsoever.
Well, everything's copycat. I mean, Marvel Zombies has been around for years, so now DC, I guess they're like, all right, it's been a few years, we can sneak this in.
Oh
People
yeah,
will
but I
buy
got
it.
you. But I mean, like I'm talking about both sides. Like neither one of them have plans like to like use. Well, Marvel maybe because like their zombie world is an actual universe or whatever.
Mhm.
But like with DC, it's like those aren't like that doesn't affect your actual universe. And I keep doing this because you have to because like that's not their universe. And then like even within their own universe, they always like have to reboot it every fucking January, and then it's just like, so all the shit that happened is just gonna be erased, and we're gonna fucking like bring so and so back from the dead, and
But they got your money.
thank you, Doctor Fate. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you have mystics like Constantine and Zatanna and like shit like that, like you can always bring your universe back. Like,
Speaking
fuck
of speaking of Doctor Fate, have you seen Black Adam?
no.
Pretty good movie.
Like I hear
It's pretty good.
from both sides, but like
Yeah, I'm not a fan of DC. You know that. I'm never have really been a DC guy, but it was a good movie. That's fun.
Well, that's good.
That's was I entertained for my 2 hours? I was. I mean,
I thought you were gonna go into like a Rock speech, like, "Were you entertained by the Rock?"
no, I just it was fine. It was good. Yeah, Gomez said he's going to take a break. He's taking a year off.
Yeah.
Are you going to watch it tonight? Cool, dude. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on IG, because I'm curious. Like, I don't know any. No one in my relevant near circles has seen the movie other than myself. But I enjoyed it. It was, nothing. It's not a bad film. Like, I've seen worse things. I mean, I've seen.
No, I'm with you, man. Like it's a rarity for me to even go to a theater to watch a movie, whether it be comic book or not comic book.
Same. Yeah.
And like when it comes to comic books, like you have to have a good fucking storyline. Like your trailer better like grab me by the balls and be like, "Oh, you need to see this movie." But like I mean, like I haven't like there hasn't been a Marvel or DC movie that's I've seen a preview for or anything that's like literally grabbed me to the point where and I'm a huge Black Adam fan, but I was just like, like your storyline based on your trailer just doesn't really like, oh, he's stopping a war in Iraq. You know what I mean? That's what I get from it with him flying around and stopping bombs from jets and shit. And like,
Yeah.
I know that it's probably more. It's not even about it at all, but like, that's
the trailer.
The gist I get from just watching the trailers, and I'm like, yeah. I
It's
feel like you just threw a big celebrity into the Black Adam role and expected big money.
Yep, it's the trailer doesn't do it justice as far as what the storyline actually is, and I'm not going to spoil anything because obviously not everyone's seen it, but it was fun. I mean, it was a fun movie. It was, I'm kind of aligned with the Black Adam approach to heroism. Oh
yeah, I definitely like his gray area. I don't even see Black Adam as a villain, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I just see Black Adam as a person who wants to protect his people, and he's told everybody over and over again in the DC universe, "Leave my country the fuck alone." Like, end of story. Like, leave us alone.
Yeah.
Someone just has to come showing up, and he's just like, "What did I tell you?"
It kind of like I may be reading too much into it, but it's almost like the DC heroes are America, and Black Adam is the other countries that we keep just thinking that they want our help, even though they're not asking for help. That's just how I see it.
And this is where we segue into our political comments about America.
No.
We segue from all comics and collecting cards to politics.
Yeah.
Let me change my hats.
Well, yeah, I definitely won't go down that road, but that's just how.
Oh hell, that's insanity, man. Like,
it's just funny how there's a lot of parallels that are thrown out there in our media and stuff that they want us to either lead us one direction, or some of us are like eyes wide open going, no, I know that direction, it leads to not good things. So
yeah, it never leads to good things.
But
I feel like we need to show at least a few books. Like we just bitched about the comic book industry.
It wasn't really. It wasn't.
I didn't show shit. I was just been like,
I don't bitch. I spit facts, man.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck cons. Not really, but Well, I do want to shout out to Riggs though. He he put a segment of one of my vids in his last vid.
Oh, I saw it drop it. I haven't watched it yet because I've been working 2 jobs, so I haven't had a chance to catch up on. But I'll watch it today.
Well, I gave him a little bit of shit because he was like, he was looking like an Italian mobster wearing his Reebok zip up jacket, And he had it like zipped down low, and I was like, "All right, gangster, I hear you." And then I like commented something along the lines of like, "Are you even wearing a shirt underneath there? Are you sponsored by Reebok?"
Well, hey man, it's good to see you go, man. Hopefully we can do some more of these down the road and be whatever. Appreciate you taking some time out for your life to spend with us, though. So enjoy the rest of your day and have a happy Thanksgiving, bro.
All right, this is not even comic book related, but and I have a set coming to you, by the way. But during Halloween, I thought this was pretty cool. Like apparently, like Pokemon came out with like Halloween thing, like packs to give away instead of like treats.
Yeah, one of one of the houses we went to. That's what they gave our kids was all
Oh,
these little
cool.
packs of Halloween cards.
Well, surprise, surprise! You're getting a set coming your way.
Sweet, even better.
But I thought it was really cool because like apparently these are reprints of the original art, and I'm going to show you my favorite character.
Well, they had the really cool foil, I think, or something.
Yeah, but they have they have a few foils. But these are reprints of the originals, except they have like hold on, they have the little Pikachu Halloween pumpkin mark on them.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was pretty cool. Right. So,
guess it's my turn, appearance. What do you need?
But if you guys are interested in collecting these, I mean, like, if you buy one of the bags, just one of the bags, like you're guaranteed. I swear to you, you'll get a full set, at least one full set out of it, and that includes. I think there's only 10 holograms, but you'll definitely get every single one of them. And just opening one, I'm thinking I got maybe two full sets. But like one of those sets is definitely going to you. So
well, thank you. That's awesome. I didn't even know where they came from. I was like, where the heck did this guy get all these like Halloween packs? That's what he was giving out. And I'm like, that's pretty freaking dope.
Yeah, I mean, I just stumbled upon it and I was just like, oh, that's fucking cool. And I thought maybe you can just go to Walmart and get them. And it was just like, no. So I just got on Amazon and like bought two of the. Hey, I have one This is what they look like.
Oh, okay, almost like a candy bag.
Yeah, it's almost like a candy bag, but like this thing is like
loaded.
Yeah, it's like jam packed. It says it includes 40 mini packs of Pokemon trading cards.
Yeah, you get like what, 3 cards per pack?
Yeah, it's like 3 cards per pack.
That's cool.
In fact, I want to say maybe more than that. Maybe you get like 4. But
I couldn't remember because the kids, they tore into them so fast. They were just like, Dad, look. I still have a couple of the kids that are into Pokemon, so it's still a thing around here.
Hey, it's cool. I mean, I dig Pokemon.
Well, I know you said you had some books you want to show off, and I have some stuff I can certainly show off because I haven't shown off stuff in forever. And during the move and everything, I had everything in storage. So some of the stuff was like stuff that I hadn't even opened that was mailed to me. So it was like, surprise!
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have a whole bunch of shit to show, but I feel like I need to show one figurine because I found this at a place called, what is it? Oldies? Oddies? Damn, I can't even remember. Like, Ollie's. It's Ollie's.
Oh, Ollie's. I know that store.
Yeah, but when I was at Ollie's, I found this this figure that was absolutely fucking hilarious to me.
Oh no, you said figure. Sorry, I thought you said comic, but no.
But I am gonna show some comics. These are comics that my friend from college gave me for my birthday, and he got me Minor Threats #1.
Interesting.
And then he got me, and like, I had a few of these already, but he had the actual full set, and I'm thinking I was missing the last one. But I got the Cosmic Odyssey #1. And I every time I see these in the wild, I'll pick these up. Mainly,
I've never seen that book.
It's Mike Mignola.
Okay.
But
yeah, I've never seen that one.
It's really fucking cool. So he got me. I got Obviously, the full run, it was a 4-issue run. But I really love Mignola's take on like
They run out of bag and board.
Darkseid and Orion, and even the Demon. This is a really cool cover.
Ooh.
And what I like about it is that it's not really a trade back, as you can see.
Yeah.
But it's just like a small hardback comic, almost like those black labels.
Is it square bound? Yeah, it's got to be square bound, right?
Oh yeah, it is. But to just show you some of the artwork inside that I thought was really cool. And here is issue 4.
I like the colors.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like with Mike Mignola's art and whoever the colorist was, they did a really good job on that. But then he got me these. Hold on. I already showed it earlier, but these are Jay Lee. Oh, it's Grimm. Grimm #1. But these are the Virgin Jay Lee covers. And I actually read this, and it's actually a pretty good story. But
which book is that?
This is Grimm.
Oh yeah, Grimm.
It
looks interesting.
2 copies of the Jay Lee.
Nice.
If somebody's interested, I may be able to drop one in a pile.
I'm interested in the story. I mean, I'm not a big Jay Lee fan as you are, but you know.
But he got me Bill and Ted Roll the Dice.
What?
Bill and Ted Roll the Dice.
What in the world? Like a Dungeons and Dragon version?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So he got me that. But there's also like an old school like picture of them, of the Wild Stallions.
Oh, nice.
Look at that haircut, man.
I know, that's awesome. That's so 90s.
Yep.
Wild
Stallions. Kyle Stark's book called I Hate This Place, issue 1.
Yeah, there for a while they were getting really long-winded with their titles, weren't they?
Yeah.
I Love in the Dark.
It also has a variant called Fuck This Place.
Oh, nice.
Which was the original title of this book, but obviously, you know.
Yeah.
That wasn't
hard to get away with that.
Yeah. And they got one more book. He got me Predator #1, the Scotty Young, which is just hilarious.
Nice.
Now I'm going to show you a figure that I don't know if you guys thought it was funny or going to think it's as funny as I thought it was. But I was at Ollie's, and I'm a big LeBron James fan, and I've never seen the Space Jam movie. But they have LeBron James as Robin.
What in the world?
Oh my God! Look at that shit.
Wow,
LeBron James as Robin. They had Bugs Bunny as Batman, and in hindsight, I wish I would have picked it up, but like,
oh my gosh, that's funny.
Here's the back of it. You get to see like
yeah,
the Bugs Bunny as.
Oh wow!
But I just thought it was funny that LeBron James was like, "Yeah, I'll allow you to make me Robin."
That's
like,
funny. Oh, funny. Crazy.
Okay, so at least we showed books during the rant. You got some books to show, man?
I have some I can show for sure.
Let's do it.
Well, I've already talked about the Red Sonja book ad nauseum, but I can't not show it again. It's such a pretty decal cover. I just love the man's work. Almost everything he touches is really, really nice. So, if you guys remember from from days of futures past. Just kidding. But I'm notorious for supporting Kickstarters. That's kind of one of my things, as we all know. Not so much in the last couple of years, but prior to that I was. But in my mission to try and collect a certain artist, I came across some books that were Kickstarter books that he did covers for. And this is one of them here that came today.
Ooh.
So if you know the artist Shikari on Instagram, Facebook.
Oh yeah, she's pumping out some awesome stuff, man.
Yeah, he's from India. Yeah, pretty interesting.
He's from India?
Yeah, he's a guy from India. But
never mind. I'm getting mixed up with a different artist.
Are you thinking of Sun?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she's definitely all lady.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, Sun.
Like for a minute there, I was like, oh man, did I have it all wrong?
That's all good, man. It's hard to keep up with everything. It really is. Well, anyways, that was a couple of covers I was missing from my collection. Then here was a couple other. I figured, you gotta grab a couple to justify the shipping cost, right? So I like that one a lot.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it kind of goes with the whole, Babes with Blades thing that I had always got going on.
Oh yeah, you sent me some of the stuff from the Oz, which I love and cherish.
Yeah. This one, this is BTG cover. This isn't Shikari, but BTG. But it was striking nonetheless. And then Lyrnix, how you say it? Lyrnix?
Lynrix?
Lynrix. So those actually just came right before the show today. So I was like, oh, sweet, perfect timing.
That's awesome because I actually have a Kickstarter that is on its way to me.
Which one is it?
It's Gaslight 4.
Oh, yeah. Gaslighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy, I think he's a former military guy, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
He's a veteran, and I follow him on IG, and he always likes my stuff that I post. So I try to support his Kickstarters. Number 5 just came up. So there's a really cool Clyde Chang cover in there. Clyde.
I've seen it.
Yeah, that was my favorite of the Kickstarter is that one.
I'll tell you what. Ever since I saw the first time I saw Hai Chang was that Zombie Tramp cover, and I was like, oh yeah.
Speaking of Zombie Tramp, they have one. They just dropped their Kickstarter as well, number 58.
Yep.
Yeah, saw that. Anyways, our love for Dan Mendoza will always reign supreme.
And if we're going to drop love, we might want to check his Instagram because I just looked earlier today and apparently he's got 50% off on his website.
Yeah, I got an email or something about it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Shikari, I don't know if I've posted this yet on IG or not, but that was another Kickstarter.
Oh, that's sweet.
Volume 2 of this is up right now. This is Alicia Carter and the Robot, something like that. Anyways, he's doing 2 covers, I think, for number 2. If that tickles your fancy. But I'll tell you one thing.
I love that laugh. You know it's something good when you hear that.
It's just going back to the whole nostalgia thing and just collecting what you love. And I used to love this series.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Rob Liefeld variant for number 1 of Darktown. And it's just, I'm not a huge Rob Liefeld fan, but this looks really good. It just looks good.
It does. It pops really well.
This is my pile for CGC that's going to be going off probably after Christmas at this point. But, a true comic collection, and I say true, wouldn't be complete without the first appearance of SpongeBob. It's a beautiful book.
He's ready.
He is ready.
Oh my god, that's funny as hell.
That's going to go to CGC as well. I have a feeling like down the road, this SpongeBob is going to be one of those books that, the next generation.
Oh yeah,
You
I can
know,
see it. I can see it
uh,
very easily.
so I
I
figure it's
just thought
kind
I
of
got my Voltron number ones when I did.
well, it's true. You think about what we love: Transformers, GI Joe, Voltron. That stuff was our era, the Gen X era / millennial. But this next generation is going to be liking the shit that they like.
Yeah.
And I guess I can show this book off since I've already shown it on IG, but you can see it live here.
Oh, such a beautiful cover.
It is. It's done by her name is her Instagram name is Jasmine Darnell is her real name,
Jasmine Darnell.
but her IG account is Yahaime. It's YA.HIME.
It almost sounded like you said you're Yahaime.
Yahaime, yes. But I got a copy for you, of course. So, but huge shout out to my IG friend. I call him Tony, but he reminded me that book is finally out and it's a third printing, and they don't make very many copies of regular printings, let alone a third printing of this book. So, good luck.
With God Killer, it's like I have a Pulp Fiction cover that I've been trying to find another copy of. I can't find it fucking anywhere. Like anywhere.
Well, it took me about a year to get this one because they posted the art and I talked to the artist.
Oh yeah, I love that cover.
I love this cover, and it finally came out as a 1 in 15 variant. And she was like, she straight up told me, she goes, I don't even know what they did with my art. She goes, I did the cover, and that was like a year ago, and so we're now talking like probably 2 years since this is supposed to have been used.
Well, that's what I was saying. It was like when Hastings was still around. I'm wanting to say that the Pulp Fiction cover may have been a Hastings cover, but like it was before like they like I guess rebooted it or did it again. But like I saw that book and obviously Pulp Fiction like homage I'm gonna buy. So I nabbed it, and then like when God Killer started booting up again, I was like, damn, I need to find that Pulp Fiction cover again before it skyrockets in price, and I can't find it anywhere, man.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one. I don't know if you've ever shown it or not.
Like I'd have to dig for it, but the only things I look up for like that really pops up for the variants of Pulp Fiction is either Dan Mendoza, the Animaniacs, or the She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
And I gave you my cover of the She-Hulk.
Yep.
But the God Killer, I can't find it anywhere, man.
Yeah, I'll just show off a couple more books before we get off here because I gotta run and take care of some stuff. But
yeah, I'm gonna have to rein in my Hellion because I can hear them just going crazy back there. Oh, that's a sweet book.
Yeah, it's limited to 200 copies.
Did they number it?
It came with the numbered certificate.
Dude, that book is hot as shit.
Yeah, it's going to CGC as well. I want to get it slab because I love Sabrina. It's one of my side chicks.
Side chicks.
But I will leave with let me see. I got one more I'll end this with. Maybe if I can find it. Oh yeah, so there's another artist out there that has very, very few covers. Most of them are Kickstarter type books, but he's an Italian artist, and I really expect big things for him. But
oh, that's beautiful.
This is numbered out of 50.
That's a beautiful book.
This is an exclusive through Slab City Comics. They're still available. They got the metal cover, the Virgin, or the trade dress. Like I said, the Virgins. This is number 18 out of 50. They're actually serial numbered on the comic. But the artist name is Pier Luigi Abbondanza.
Pier Luigi Abbondanza.
Abbondanza. He's doing some covers right now. We get Zenoscope that's coming out this month. They may have already released a couple of them, but he has a new one coming out on the 28th. So very, the Italian artists, they're really, really good. So I enjoy his artwork a lot. And he has a couple of covers for an Italian book that I got to try and hunt down over there, which is really impossible. But I've managed to find a site, but it's kind of pricey. But anyways, I appreciate everyone tuning in, watching, hanging out with us, those who did, and those who watch on the rewind. Hit us up on IG. We both have accounts, All About Comic 77, Pope Grimey.
Yeah, and if you want to chat with us, just let us know.
Yeah, we can do more shows and get people on here and hang out with us. We're not opposed to that.
And if you don't want to do a show and you just want to chat behind the scenes, just like JP said, just hit us up on Instagram or whatever, and we'll chat with you.
Absolutely. But until we get together again, I hope everyone stays safe. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Talk to you later. Bye.